Hello everybody, welcome to Tarot Tuesday number 3. I've got my trusty rider-waite deck, which I'm shuffling right now, and I'm going to draw a card that is going to represent the week for us. What is ahead for us in this coming week? Any issues or things that may come up or we need to look at this week. So I am just shuffling here. I hope you guys are having a good week. Hope you enjoyed your weekends. Okay. I am going to close my eyes and just cut a little bit here and there and pick a card for us. This one wants to come out. Okay. So we got the Knight of Cups. Okay, the Knight is another court card. As I told you guys before, court cards are Page, Knight, Queen, and King. And knights are said to represent young men in their late teens or early 20s. They're people with a lot of energy, a lot of passion, a lot of drive, a lot of adventurousness. If you think of a knight, you know, what does a knight do? He goes to war, he goes to battle, he goes out on quests, he goes on adventures, and so yeah, that is generally what a knight does. But remember, it doesn't necessarily have to mean this is a male. This could be a female with these characteristics. Somebody who's very adventurous and passionate and brave and courageous, and somebody who wants to prove themselves. You know, like knights want to prove themselves to their king. They want to go out on their missions and they want to succeed. So ambition can also come in here. Could be somebody ambitious. Now, this is the Knight of Cups, and cups deal with our emotions, with our feelings, either positive or negative. So this week, we are going to either come in contact with a young man or young woman with Knight energy, somebody who's very brave, impetuous, adventurous, somebody who's on a mission, somebody who's a seeker, somebody who is looking for something, or we could be channeling aspects of this in ourselves this week. So are you feeling kind of adventurous? Are you feeling romantic? The Knight of Cups is a real romantic. He's a real ladies' man. As you can see, there he is. He's on his horse. He's got his cup in front of him, almost like he's offering it to somebody, to some fair maiden. He's on his way to bring this love offering to somebody who he set his sights on. But one thing about the Knight of Cups is that he can be very flighty. He can be very fickle. He loves to love. He loves to fall in love. He loves to pursue romantic connections. This could be a womanizer. This could be a sex addict. This could be anybody who's really, really caught up in his emotions, who really loves the thrill of the chase. Who loves the conquest, you know. So there are positive and negative aspects to the Knight of Cups. He can be very sweet. He can be very romantic. He can be very sincere. He can be very passionate. But he can also be very, very fickle. And he can also be, lose interest very quickly. And whenever he's conquered his latest lady, he'll get bored and want to move on. So you may be encountering somebody like this this week, or you could have somebody like this in your life already who kind of pushes your buttons or comes to your notice or something like that. Or like I said, you could be channeling aspects of the Knight of Cups yourself. Are you feeling very romantic? Are you feeling very how should I put this, frisky? Are you feeling very adventurous as far as your feelings go? This doesn't always have to refer to romantic love. It can refer to love of something else. It can refer to love of doing something. Cups are all about love. Well, not only love, but emotions. Like I said, any kind of emotion. So if you're feeling love for a hobby, if you're feeling love for your job, if you're feeling love for a place, it could also refer to that. you know. So you could be maybe going off to a new place that you find that you really love, or you could meet, you know, the Knight of Cups somewhere that you really love. Or he could, let me just look at this card a little bit longer here. There's a river here in the card. Travel comes to mind here. You know, you could be traveling somewhere this week. And you see how the river is kind of winding, you know, like his journey is never just straightforward. It kind of winds and winds around and goes this way and that way. So like I said, it goes back to his kind of flighty, fickle character. You know, he's not the most consistent fellow, the Knight of Cups. So you could find yourself, your emotions kind of going this way and that way this week. You could be feeling very, 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 very emotional, very, very sensitive. Kind of just all up in the air. You know what I mean? So, this is interesting. We could be having an interesting week here. So you could be meeting somebody. Maybe you'll even be, somebody will flirt with you. Somebody like this will flirt with you this week. Maybe you'll come across somebody either on, who knows, on Facebook, on somewhere else on the internet, in real life, when you're going to the store. You know, somebody you know at work might flirt with you. Or make themselves known to you, make advances to you. Or you could just be feeling really, really, you know, emotional this week. And especially now that the really good weather is here, we kind of all get a little bit frisky sometimes, you know what I mean? So you could be feeling that way this week, you know? So, yes, keep your eye out for this gentleman. You know, he could make himself known to you, or you could make yourself known to somebody. Maybe you've got your eye on somebody. Maybe you've been, sort of got your eye on a conquest, and, you know, you're going to make that known to that person. Maybe this card is telling you it's the time to approach them, you know? So, Knight of Cups, he's all about emotion. He's all about adventure. He's all about courage, not being afraid to express himself, express his emotions. So, yeah, don't be afraid to express your emotions this week either. You know what? A lot of people hold back their emotions, and maybe, you know, the Knight is telling us, if you've been holding back, if there's somebody in your life that you really care about that you have been holding back with, if you've been wanting to tell them something, that you feel, you know, is important to you, then do that. Express that to them. Yes, but beware. You know, sometimes the Knight of Cups is not as pure as he seems. You know, he can be at first, but you know, watch out, because he's a ladies' man. So this is interesting. I hope you guys enjoy this week. If you do end up meeting the Knight of Cups, let me know. Comment me below, or if there's a Knight of Cups in your life. Here's your homework. Is there anybody who reminds you of this Knight of Cups the way that I've described him? Somebody who's very impetuous, flirty, adventurous, romantic, the kind of guy who likes to woo you? Or is this kind of what's going on with you right now? Are you wanting this kind of attention in your life? Are you wanting romantic attention? Are you wanting to express that side of yourself, that sexy side of yourself? You know? Yeah, so think about it. Who does he remind you of? Is there anybody in your life that he reminds you of? Is there anybody in the media he reminds you of? You know, Knight of Cups, who would I think of as being the Knight of Cups? I can't think of anybody at the moment. I'm drawing a blank, but I'm sure you guys have some ideas. So if you do, comment me below. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed our read for this week. I hope you guys have a wonderful week, and I will talk to you next Tuesday. Thank you for tuning in. Okay, bye guys.